Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. And, you know, I think there was one prominent Democrat that summarized the Democratic position on all this, and that's Terry McAuliffe, who said, and I quote, "I don't think parents should be telling schools what they should teach," end quote. He said that on 29 September 2021. That's the entire genesis of this. It's very clear that Republicans believe that parents and local school boards should control what's being taught. Democrats think that it should be some elite, woke ruling class that tells you what should be taught, and the parents have no role, and that's really the genesis of that. While we're talking about book burning, it's amazing that my colleagues across the aisle have just discovered book burning. When it was going on just a year ago, there was absolute silence from my friends on the left. I want to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a piece from Newsweek, Big Tech's Digital Book Burning Threatens a Free and Open Society, from 17 March 2021.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this piece is great because it chronicles how Amazon and other online bookstores will, in essence, digitally burn a book, meaning they'll take it offline. And they did this with Alec Berenson's Unreported Truths About COVID-19. They claimed it was quote-unquote misinformation. Turns out most of what was in that book turned out to be true. It wasn't misinformation. It was information that the left didn't agree with because it didn't fit their narrative. Additionally, they took down Ryan T. Anderson's When Harry Became Sally. They said this was hate speech. Interesting, because at the same time they took that book down saying it was hate speech, they were still selling Mein Kampf. They also, by the way, were selling The Pedophile's Guide to Love and Pleasure. So Amazon can sell Mein Kampf and books on pedophilia, frankly, a guide to committing pedophilia, but when it comes to getting out the truth on COVID-19, can't do it. When it comes to a position on transgender surgery they don't agree with, that gets burned. So again, it's convenient that all of a sudden now my friends across the aisle have discovered book burning. But what
Will the gentleman yield for a second?
No, it's my time. Well, sure, Mr. Chair.
No, I just wanted to point out, Amazon is a private company, and we're talking about public schools here.
Thank you, I appreciate it. The difference is the silence from your side of the aisle when this was going on. Would you like to condemn Amazon for digital book burning?
I don't believe in censorship.
Okay, so you're condemning Amazon for removing these books?
I'm waiting for somebody to condemn the banning of books in all of our public schools that are going on as a result of Republican legislatures and Republican governors. So, you know, we can both condemn together if you want to do that. But I would really appreciate somebody saying that it is wrong that I Am Martin Luther King is banned from some public schools, or the Rosa Parks book is banned from some public schools. That would be helpful.
Well, Chairman McGovern, I'm going to give you the chance to criticize some banning of books. The Burbank Unified School District banned Of Mice and Men. They banned Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. They banned some Dr. Seuss titles, and they banned To Kill a Mockingbird. By the way, it was the right who was criticizing this. No one on the left that I'm aware of criticized this. Would you like to condemn this book banning?
I read To Kill a Mockingbird when I was in school. Book, and obviously we need to put some things in perspective, but I'm not for banning books.
Well, thank you for your intellectual honesty. I mean that sincerely.
How about answering my question?
Wait, what was your question again?
All the books that have been banned.
Oh, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Thanks. The fundamental misunderstanding here is there's a difference between banning books, which Republicans don't agree with, and making sure that books are appropriate for certain age groups. And fundamentally that parents, via school boards, make those decisions. That's it. Chairman Fox, would you like to comment?
Well, I agree with you, and I mentioned that when I answered about the Rosa Parks book. I have no idea if that is age appropriate for them, but I agree with you also on which other books are they age appropriate for children. And again, there is no place in this bill where we talk about banning of books. That is not in here. And I also like to say, you know, my friend Mr. McGovern, he mentioned free society isn't afraid of ideas. Well, we certainly agree with that, but as you point out, it depends on what ideas and whether or not you agree with the ideas. And so I'm very concerned about what I see as a bit of hypocrisy here in terms of whether or not people want this. We're not telling the school boards what to do with the books that they have. We're not telling parents to go complain. We simply want parents to be informed. It then is up to the schools. It's on. It's on. Okay. It's then up to the local schools, and as somebody pointed out, the parents are, we hope, electing the local school board members if the local school board members are honest about what their positions are on different issues. But yes, no, everything has to be age appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for the clarification, Chairman Fox. I appreciate it. For the sake of, I've got a lot more, but for the sake of time, I'm going to yield back, Mr. Chairman.